A beautiful afternoon here in Northwest Arkansas, and we'd like to welcome you to the Tiger Baseball Complex on the campus of Bentonville High School, where we're going to get you set this afternoon for 6A West conference action between the Bentonville West Wolverines and your Bentonville Tigers. Hello, everyone. I'm John McElroy. Excited to be here with you this afternoon. You can see the coaches for both the Bentonville Tigers and the Bentonville West Wolverines having the plate conference there. That's head coach Will McGinnis in his first year as the head coach of the Bentonville Tigers, and for the Bentonville West Wolverines, Coach Don Thomas. Well, the teams are being introduced. Let's go ahead and go over the starting lineups for today's game. We'll start first with our visitors from Bentonville West. Leading off for Bentonville West, number 13, the shortstop, Jeremiah Jones. Batting second for the Wolverines, playing center field, number 5, Ryder Robinson. Batting third, catching for the Wolverines, number 12, Seth Brown. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 1, Dylan Howard. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 2, Jaden Wilson. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 3, Will Geiger. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 4, Chase Wilder. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 16, Kason Gill. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 20, Barron Witcher. And pitching for the Bentonville West Wolverines, number 34, Jonathan McClendon. And now the starting lineup for your Bentonville Tigers. Leading off for the Tigers, number 11, the shortstop, Connor Davis. Batting second, playing first base, number 14, Kay Troffholtz. Batting third, playing center field, number 24, Will Carmichael. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 20, Jack Troffholtz. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 5, Trace Peterson. Batting sixth, and pitching, number 1, Kate Campbell. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 15, Mason Island. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 8, Conrad Schmidt. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 19, Adon Greth. And we're going to step aside here for just a moment, the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our national anthem. Well, the teams have been introduced. Beautiful weather this afternoon. Temperature in the lower 70s, partly cloudy skies, little breeze coming out of the south, but a great day for baseball here at the Tiger Baseball Complex. Well, the Bentonville West Wolverines, they come into today's game with an overall conference record of 2 wins to 3 losses. And your Bentonville Tigers come into today's game, conference record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Bentonville taking the first game of this series yesterday, one that was played out at Bentonville West. The Tigers took a 3-2 decision over the Wolverines yesterday, and they'll come out today and try to sweep the series. You can see that's number 1, Cade Campbell, on the mound for the Bentonville Tigers. And once again, catching today, that'll be number 5, Trace Peterson. Looking here at the conference records, Rogers on top of the conference standings. They've got a record of 4-1. Southside about a half game behind there with a record of 4-2 in conference play. The Fayetteville Bulldogs 2-1 in conference. Harbor 3-2 and Bentonville 3-2. Bentonville West 2-3. Springdale 2-4. Rogers Heritage 1-3. And the Fort Smith Northside Grizzlies still looking for their first win of the season, 0-3 on the season. All right, to lead it off for the Bentonville West Wolverines, that's the shortstop, number 13, Jeremiah Jones. And Campbell's first pitch to Jones, swing and a miss, strike one. Good start for Bentonville. Breaking ball, and Jones going to hit that over to the right side. It'll be fielded by Greth over to the first baseman for Bentonville today, Cade Troffholtz. Scored 4-3 on the putout, and one down here in the top of the first. So a good start for Cade Campbell. And that'll bring the center fielder, number 5, Ryder Robinson. Campbell's first pitch to Robinson, good pitch on the outside corner right there for called strike one. Robinson stands in from the left side. And on the 0-1, shows bunt, pulls back, but that's a called strike two. Nice pitch by Campbell. So let's see what Campbell comes with the 0-2 count. And that one's going to be fouled off over to the left side, out of play. And that'll roll the count to 1-2 strikes. Campbell working a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that one misses to the outside, and that'll move the count to 2 strikes. 2 strikes to Ryder Robinson, the two-hole hitter for the Wolverines. Just underway here from Bentonville, no score, top of the first, one out. On the 2-2. Campbell once again misses outside. The last two have got away from him. Credit Ryder Robinson has worked the count back to full after starting 0-2 as Campbell looks in. And here's the payoff pitch. Robinson fouls that into his leg. So we'll reset and do it again here on 3-2. Three balls. That is a pop fly over toward the third base side. Jack Troffholtz underneath it makes the catch for the second out in the inning.
Up next for the Wolverines, number 3, number 12, Seth Brown.
And if the Wolverines are going to get anything going here in the top half of the first, it'll be up to number 12, Seth Brown. The Wolverine catcher will stand in from the right side, awaiting Cade Campbell. Campbell's pitch. Good pitch on the outside corner. Strike one. Just misses on the 0-1. That'll even things up one apiece. Nice breaking pitch. Gets in there for strike two. 1-2 strikes to Seth Brown. Campbell delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that'll do it for the Wolverines here in the top half of the first inning. Well, we played a half inning, no score. We'll be back for the bottom half of the first in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they've weathered every storm for over 30 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
You've been on the edge of your seat. Now, take a breath and imagine yourself at Woodhouse Spa, Northwest Arkansas's first true luxury spa. From our Himalayan salt room to signature facials, infrared sauna, and rejuvenating body treatments, each is designed with one goal in mind: exceptional care. Join us as we turn game day stress into deep relaxation. Woodhouse Spa, your time out for the soul.
All right, folks, we welcome you back to the Tiger Baseball Complex, where we are going to the bottom of the first inning. No score. Cade Campbell pitching for the Tigers. Set them down in order in the top half, and so the Tigers will come up and see if they can get something going here in the bottom half of the first. Beautiful day here at the ballpark. Pretty good crowd on hand, as the home crowd here at the Tiger Baseball Complex going to see if the Bentonville Tigers can sweep the two-game series. Of course, as mentioned earlier, Tigers won yesterday's game 3-2 in a game that really came down to the final inning. The Wolverines had their chances, got their first two hitters on in the bottom of the seventh inning with nobody out, but a pick play, picking a runner off, trying to steal third, and then the next two batters set down. The Bentonville Tigers preserved the win. You see there on the mound for the Wolverines, that's number 34, Jonathan McClendon. And catching for the Wolverines, that'll be number 12, Seth Brown. All right, folks, to lead it off for the Bentonville Tigers, that's number 11, the Bentonville shortstop, Connor Davis. So it'll be Davis, Troffholtz, and Carmichael up for the Tigers this inning, as Davis takes a stance from the right-hand side. McClendon, right-hand pitcher. He's going to work from the stretch. And his first pitch to Davis, that is a called strike. That's a pretty generous inside pitch right there. And Davis going to foul that one off to the left side and quickly down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. McClendon's going to hit the corner with that one, and 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and that'll set Connor Davis down.
Next for the Tigers, number 14, Cade Troffholtz.
So that'll bring the Bentonville first baseman to the plate, number 14, Cade Troffholtz. Not mistaken, had a home run and a double in yesterday's game out at West. So he'll see if he can stay hot right here. Troffholtz stands in from the left side, and McClendon's first pitch to number 14 is upstairs for ball 1. That pitch is going to miss outside, and quickly 2 balls, no strikes for Jonathan McClendon. Troffholtz going to get around on that one quickly, pull it foul over to the right side. Barreled that one up, but just a little too soon. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. McClendon sets. Here's the pitch. Good take that time by Cade Troffholz. That ball was up just above the letters right there. Cade thought about chasing it, but thought better of it. And that one's downstairs, and that's a good at-bat by Cade Troffholz. Draws a walk, and the Tigers now have a base runner. Okay. So next up for the Bentonville Tigers, the center fielder, number 24, Will Carmichael. That's Troffholz. He takes his lead. McClendon's going to throw over. Troffholz back in safely. McClendon delivers that one up. 1 ball, no strikes. And he gets that one in there for a called strike. And the count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike. Troffholz takes his lead. Back in safely. And Carmichael fouls that one out. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and foul tipped in the mid. That's going to go down as a strikeout, but Troffholz is going to take second, and now the Bentonville Tigers have a runner in scoring position.
Next for the Tigers, number 20, Jax Troffholz.
So the number 4 hole hitter for the Bentonville Tigers playing third base today, number 20, Jax Troffholz. He's got his brother out there at second, and Cade will take his lead, hoping his brother can bring him home. McClendon's first pitch to Jax Troffholz is going to be a called strike. Cade's got a pretty good lead down there at second. Now the second baseman for West coming over. Swing and a miss by Jax. And quickly, he's behind in the count now, 0-2. McClendon shaking off the first signal. Now he's ready. He sets. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Got in there for a called strike 3, and that's going to end the first inning. Well, we played an inning. No runs, no hits for West. No runs, no hits for the Tigers. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Snack like a beast, deep in the woods, from the trees to the streets, came a furry legend with size 20 feet. Mr. Beast rolled in with the hunger so loud. Now they teaming up, the snack gods are proud. Like a beast, welcome to the pack. Extreme protein, just show us how you snack. Snack like a beast, welcome to the pack. Extreme protein, snack like a
What's up, guys?
beast.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
All right, folks, we welcome you back here to the Tiger Baseball Complex. And we've completed an inning, no score, as Dylan Howard leads it off this inning for the Bentonville West Wolverines. Cade Campbell delivers first pitch. Nice breaking ball. Broke right in there for strike one. That one's going to brush Howard back a little bit. And that'll even things up at one apiece. And Howard's going to foul that one off over into 18th Street. So when we reset, it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dylan Howard. Here's Campbell's pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the second strikeout on the afternoon for Cade Campbell. 1 away here in the top of the second. This one's scheduled for 7. That'll bring number 2, the right fielder, Jaden Wilson, to the plate. Campbell misses on his first pitch. That one just misses. Thought he might get the call right there, but that'll send the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Campbell working quickly. Strike there, just about the same pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Campbell wasting no time. Three balls, 1 strike to Jaden Wilson. That one's going to get in there. Jaden Wilson, he thought it was a ball, started toward first, but the umpire quickly called him back. So the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a job that time by Cade Campbell. After missing with the first couple of pitches, is able to work that count back and get his 3rd strikeout on the afternoon. So now it'll be the first baseman, Will Geiger, will come to the plate. Great breaking ball that time. Had Geiger fooled. Campbell doing a good job right now mixing things up. And here's the 0-1. That's going to be popped up in the infield. That's Greth going out, and he's going to make the play for the 3rd out in the inning. So we played 1.5, still no score. We'll be back in just a moment right here on the Bentonville Tiger Athletics YouTube channel.
Jack Links presents There's nothing like a great duo. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Links Duos.
It's a beautiful morning, Scotty, and we have an early game today.
That injured list, it's getting longer by the minute.
Not to mention, there's apparently a nasty virus sweeping through the locker room.
Yeah, but these players, they're in good hands.
All of them need to feel their best this season, Scotty.
Yes, they do, Jack, because this team is on track to win it all this year.
Every day, Mercy's team is ready to take care of yours, bringing you the care you need now. Find out all the ways to access Mercy at mercynow.net.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
Welcome back, folks. We're here at the Tiger Baseball Complex on the campus of Bentonville High School as we go to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. No score. Tigers trying to sweep the series with a win here today and going to try to move the record to 4-2. Of course, the Wolverines right now with a 2-3 record. They'd like to get to 500 today in conference play. So leading it off for the Bentonville Tigers, that's going to be number 5, Trace Peterson. Once again, he'll face Jonathan McClendon, the pitcher for Bentonville West. So Peterson, he'll step in from the left side. Righty on lefty matchup right here. And the first pitch by McClendon, swing and a miss by Peterson, strike one. See McClendon right there trying to live on that outside half of the plate. That one downstairs. Good take that time by Trace Peterson. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Bentonville catcher. And Peterson's going to hit that high out towards center field. And Ryder Robinson underneath it makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Good contact that time by Peterson. Just hit it right where Ryder Robinson was. So that brings the Bentonville pitcher, number 1, Cade Campbell, to the plate. Campbell batting in the 6th hole for the Bentonville Tigers. As McClendon's breaking pitch falls in for strike 1. And Cade Campbell gets hold of that one, but hits it right at the left fielder, Kason Gill. I think Gill may have had to move 2 steps to make that catch, but a hard hit ball that time by Cade Campbell. Unfortunately, that's an out. That's the second out of the inning now for the Bentonville Tigers. So Mason Island now. He'll stand in from the right side. And first pitch to Islands upstairs for ball 1. Total of 5 runs scored in yesterday's matchup. Looks like this may shape up to be another low-scoring affair. And that pitch by McClendon downstairs, ball 2. And that time, Island holds up. Plate umpire signals down to the first base to see if he went. He said no, and so that's going to run the count to 3 balls, no strikes. So Island now with a 3-0 count. And that one's going to get in there on the inside corner for strike 1. This is a pitch right here. Island can be very selective. And he hits the breaking ball, goes right to the third baseman for West. That is Dylan Howard, who throws over to Geiger. Scored 5-3 on the putout, and that'll get the Wolverines out of the inning. So we played 2 innings, still no score. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
I feel good. Super fly, super good, shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh, ask your mama, she's impressed. Super fly, super calm, super mean, super nice, super clean. Yeah, you know it. So good. Yeah, well, always. So good. So good, baby. So locked into the key on A. In my belly, I'm Frito-Lay. Crispy golden creme brulee.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the top of the third inning. Still no score in this one. Been a real pitcher's duel up to this point. And leading it off for the Bentonville West Wolverines will be number 4, Chase Wilder. Wilder, the Wolverines' second baseman, he'll stand in from the right side. Cade Campbell again on the mound. Campbell's first pitch gets that breaking ball in there. That's been effective this afternoon for strike 1. Campbell wasting no time. Another breaking ball, and thought it might be a called strike, but a little check swing, but it's going to even the count at 1-1. And that one is going to be lined out to left field, and that is going to be a fair ball. Conrad Schmidt giving chase. He gets out there quickly, but that's going to be a double for Chase Wilder. Well, he took that breaking ball that kind of hung up there a little bit and lined it down the left field line. Actually, I think that probably hit the chalk. Nice hit that time by Chase Wilder. So that'll bring the left fielder, number 16, Kason Gill, up to the plate. Wilder takes his lead. Campbell now working out of the stretch. And he shows bunt, and Campbell's going to field that barehanded over to Peterson to record the out, but that's going to move Wilder over to third base.
Up next for West, number 20, Baron Witcher.
So Baron Witcher now, the designated hitter. He'll come to the plate, stand in from the left side. He's got Wilder down at third base now. It looks like the Bentonville infield, they're going to play in. They're going to try to get Wilder at the plate. And they're going to bunt that one. That is going to go foul. Baron Witcher tried to bunt that over to the left side. So the Wolverines right now playing a little small ball. Let's see what they decide to do here on 0-1. Campbell sets. He delivered. That one's fouled off over to the left side. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. The Wolverines threatening. Sorry, a while ago I said that was Trace Peterson down at first. No, that was actually Cade Troffholtz. And Campbell got the ball to Troffholtz for first out of the inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice job by Cade Campbell. So now back to the top of the order for the Wolverines. That'll be number 13, the shortstop, Jeremiah Jones. 2 outs. First pitch to Jones. That's that nice breaking pitch. Gets in there for strike 1. Jones back in the top of the first. Grounded out to the second baseman. Let's see what he does here. Oh, a nice pitch. Not sure where that one missed. I think he caught a little inside, but it was close. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one definitely high and in. That'll run the count to 2-1. Breaking pitch just misses. But not by much, but it runs the count to 3-1, and here's the 3-1 pitch. That pitch makes it strike 2. For a minute there, I was ready to ring him up, but it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's hit sharply over to the left side. That's Jax Troffholtz over to his brother, Cade Troffholtz. Scored 5-3 on the putout, and Cade Campbell gets out of the inning. Nice work that time by Cade Campbell to get out of the jam. Well, we've played 2.5 innings, no score in the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
There's nothing like a great duo. Two flavors, one bag. New Jack Link's Duos.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Jack Links presents There's nothing like a great duo. Two flavors, one bag. New Jack Links Duos.
All right, we welcome you back here to the Tiger Baseball Complex. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. This one moving quickly. No score back in the top of the third. The Wolverines got a hit, but couldn't get the runner home. So one hit, one left on base, no runs. Jonathan McClendon, number 34, comes back out here for the bottom of the third inning. And leading it off for the Bentonville Tigers, that'll be number 8, Conrad Schmidt. Conrad, the 8-hole hitter. The 8-hole hitter for the Bentonville Tigers. And that one way upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes to Conrad Schmidt. Conrad swings at that one. It's going to be foul, and the first baseman for West is going to come in, make a play on it. Will Geiger is going to catch that one for the first out in the inning.
Next for the Tigers, number 19, Adon Griff.
So that'll bring Adon Greth, the Bentonville second baseman, to the plate. Greth will stand in from the right side. Glendon gets his signal. He's ready to deliver. First pitch to Greth, outside, ball 1. That one's going to be lined into center field. And that'll be the first base hit right there for the Bentonville Tigers. Nice piece of hitting that time by Don Greth.
Next for the Tigers, number 11, Connor Davis.
So that'll bring number 11, the leadoff hitter for the Bentonville Tigers, Connor Davis, to the plate. Greth takes a pretty good lead over at first, and McClendon's going to throw over. Swing and a miss by Davis. Connor struck out on 3 straight pitches his first time at bat. But he's got a base runner right now. Let's see if he can get something going. Catcher's going to set up outside, and that pitch is going to be upstairs. Good take that time by Connor Davis. Greth with a really good lead down there at first base, and thought for a moment he was going to go. That one downstairs in the dirt. or the turf. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now Davis will be ahead in the count. And that one's going to catch the outside half. That'll leave him the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Connor Davis. Greth takes his lead. Oh, and that one comes right back at McClendon. Kind of knocks it down with his body, and credit McClendon right there. He's able to get up and make the play over at first. It looks like the umpire, he's coming out to check on him, make sure everything's okay. Looks like McClendon, though, said, hey, I'm good. Nice play that time by Jonathan McClendon, fielding his position.
Up next for the Tigers, number 14, K. Truffles.
So with 2 outs, that'll bring Cade Troffholtz to the plate. Troffholtz drew a walk his first time at bat as Greth gets his lead down at second. And the first pitch to Cade Troffholtz is upstairs for ball 1. That one misses high. 2 balls, no strikes to Cade Troffholtz. That one's going to be there. Fastball for strike 1. Little breeze today, not a whole lot coming out of the south, but it is blowing out toward left center. Kind of hope Troffholtz can get hold of one, maybe put one in the gap and score the Tigers' first run. On the 2-1 count, that one gets away from Seth Brown, but Greth holds at second. But that'll move the count to 3 balls, 1 strike to Cade Troffholtz, with Will Carmichael on deck. And on the 3-1, that one misses upstairs, and Cade Troffholtz draws his second walk on the afternoon.
Up next for the Tigers, number 24, Will Carmichael.
Coach Will McGinnis, he having a word right there with the plate umpire. Not sure exactly what that was about, but the Tigers have runners at first and second now with 2 outs. And Will Carmichael, the center fielder for the Tigers, stands in from the right side. Runners take their leads. And McClendon steps off as Greth gets back to second. Adon Greth at second. It's Cade Troffholtz down at first. Will Carmichael. And that pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Actually, I'm sorry. That's no balls, 2 strikes to Will Carmichael. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He struck him out. And that is going to end the 3rd inning. So the Tigers with one hit but no runs to show on it, 2 left on base. We go to the top of the 4th, still no score. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Bentonville Tiger Athletics YouTube channel.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Feature hot side, feature chill side. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Links Duos.
I feel good. Super fly, super good. Shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh. Ask your mama, she's impressed. Super fly, super calm, super mean, super nice, super clean. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're always so good, baby. So locked in, let the key on. Hey, in my bag like I'm Frito-Lay. Crispy golden creme brulee. Rare.
All right, we welcome you back here to the Tiger Baseball Complex. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. This game moving quickly. No score in the game. No runs for the West Wolverines. 1 hit, no errors. Same for the Tigers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And leading it off for the Bentonville West Wolverines to start the top of the 4th will be the center fielder, number 5, Ryder Robinson. Robinson popped out to the third baseman last time up. Cade Campbell's first pitch to Robinson upstairs for ball 1. And Robinson's going to lay a bunt down. That's a good one. Campbell comes over, throws over to Troffholtz. Cade Troffholtz scored 1-3 on the putout. Nice job by Cade Campbell fielding his position. So it'll be Seth Brown now next up for the Wolverines. Brown stands in from the right side. Struck out his first time up, and he takes the first pitch from Campbell outside for ball 1. That one just misses, maybe a little low. But a pretty good pitch that time by Cade Campbell. 2 balls, no strikes. And that one's going to be fouled over the screen. Campbell with 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. That one's going to be hit over the left side, taken by Connor Davis. He'll throw over to Troffholtz. Nice play that time by Connor Davis.
Next for West, number 1, Dylan Howard.
So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, and that brings the 4-hole hitter for the Wolverines, Dylan Howard, to the plate. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1. Howard struck out his first time at bat back in the top of the 2nd. He's going to hit that to left side. Connor Davis is going to field it, throw over to Troffholtz. Score at 6-3, and the Bentonville Tigers 3 up, 3 down, and they are out at the top of the 4th. Well, we played 3.5, folks. Still no score. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they've weathered every storm for over 30 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
been on the edge of your seat. Now, take a breath and imagine yourself at Woodhouse Spa, Northwest Arkansas's first true luxury spa. From our Himalayan salt room to signature facials, infrared sauna, and rejuvenating body treatments, each is designed with one goal in mind: exceptional care. Join us as we turn game day stress into deep relaxation. Woodhouse Spa, your time out for the soul.
Welcome back as we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Still no score in this one. And due up for the Bentonville Tigers will be Jax Troffholtz, Trace Peterson, and Cade Campbell. There once again you see number 34, Jonathan McClendon, out on the mound for the Wolverines. Both pitchers have only given up one hit this afternoon, so we've got a pitcher's duel on our hands here at the Tiger Baseball Complex. So there you see number 20, Jax Troffholtz, the Bentonville third baseman. Made a nice play just about an inning ago. Real nice defensive play by Jax Troffholtz, and he'll stand in from the right side trying to get something going offensively for the Tigers. As McClendon gets his signal, his first pitch to Troffholtz going to be inside. Breaking ball was able to fall in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think that was a pretty good take that time by Troffholtz. Didn't look like that was the kind of ball you wanted to barrel up right there. Maybe if that one had been a little lower, as he takes one low there to run the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count right here as McClendon steps off. Didn't like what he saw, and he'll reset. That one misses high. That'll run the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Be nice if the Bentonville Tigers could get the leadoff hitter on to start this bottom half of the fourth. McClendon looks in. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to miss inside. And Jax Troffholtz draws a leadoff walk as Trace Peterson now comes to the plate. So Peterson now stands in from the left side, flew out to the center fielder last time up. Let's see if he can move Jax Troffholtz around. Troffholtz takes his lead as the first pitch to Peterson, ball 1. Jax takes a pretty good lead down there at first as McClendon throws over. McClendon thought so too. Tiger sure would like to move Jax at least a second to stay out of the double play. And that pitch to Peterson right down the middle for called strike 1. Maybe a situation right here where Troffholtz might run on this one. And he's going. And Peterson's going to hit a fly ball out towards center field. Robinson underneath it makes the catch. And that'll be the first out in the inning. So 2 times in a row, Trace Peterson flying out to the center fielder. That time Troffholtz was running, but he had to get back. So that's going to bring Cade Campbell, the pitcher for Bentonville. He'll come to the plate as Troffholtz takes his lead. And Troffholtz going to go, and here's the throw by Brown into second. And He is called out trying to steal second. Well, give a lot of credit to Seth Brown, the Wolverine catcher, makes the throw down to number 13, Jeremiah Jones, and puts the throw on the money and catches Jack Troffholtz stealing. 2 outs now in the inning. Two balls, one strike to Cade Campbell. Campbell's going to foul that one off. Well, the Bentonville Tigers this afternoon only had 4 base runners, 3 walks, and 1 hit. Both teams have struggled offensively, at least up to this point in the ballgame. Maybe Cade can get it going right here. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be fouled back to the screen. That was going to be it toward the second baseman. Easy play for Chase Wilder, and that gets the Wolverines out of the 4th inning. Well, we played 4 here in Bentonville, still no score. We'll be back here in just a moment for the top of the 5th, right after this break. You're watching.
Snack like a beast, deep in the woods, from the trees to the streets. Came a furry legend with size 20 feet. Snack like a beast, deep in the woods, from the trees to the streets. Came a furry legend with size 20 feet. Mr. Beast rolled in with the hunger so loud. Now they teaming up, the snack gods are proud. Like a beast, welcome to the pack. Extreme protein, just show us how you snack. Snack like a beast, welcome to the pack. Extreme protein, snack like a
What's up, guys?
beast.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
Jack Links presents There's nothing like a great duo. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Links Duos.
All right, we're back here with you at the Tiger Baseball Complex. We're going to the top of the 5th in a game that's moving quickly. No score as Jaden Wilson, the right fielder for the Wolverines, will lead off this inning. Wilson struck out his last time up. Cade Campbell. First pitch to Wilson is going to be outside for ball 1. That one's going to be hit out towards center field. Carmichael's underneath it, makes the catch. Can of corn right there for Will Carmichael. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 5th.
Up next for the Wolverines, number 3, Will Geiger.
So that'll bring Will Geiger to the plate, the first baseman for the Wolverines. Popped out to the second baseman, his first time at bat, and he shows bunt right here, pulls back, but that's a called strike. Campbell misses outside on the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And after a first pitch called strike, counts run to 2 balls and a strike here to Will Geiger. Campbell delivers. That one's going to be hit out toward Greth. It gets by Greth. That'll get down for a base hit as Carmichael gets the ball back in. So Will Geiger gets a single. He'll take first base. Only the second hit of the afternoon given up by Cade Campbell. And that's a base hit by Chase Wilder. He'll get it between short and third out to left field. And the Wolverines with a little something going here in the top half of the fifth inning.
Next for the Wolverines, number 16, Kason Gill.
So the left fielder for the Wolverines, Kason Gill, now will come to the plate with two base runners. He's got Geiger on second, Wilder on first. They both take their leads. Campbell steps off. Important game for both teams. That one is hit high over to the left side. There's a lot of space over there, and Jax Troffholtz gave chase, but kind of got turned around, just could not make the play. So it'll go down as a strike. Well, an important game here for both teams as the Wolverines are trying to get their conference record back to 500. The Bentonville Tigers trying to go to 4-2, move up in the standings. Campbell gets the signal. Runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit foul over to the left side. So Campbell now work ahead in the count to Kason Gill. No balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs. It's a good 0-2 pitch. See if we can get him to chase. I think he called that one looking, so strikeout. That's a big strikeout right there. Batter Kason Gill kind of did a check swing right there, but I think the plate umpire it was a called strike three, so credit Cade Campbell with another strikeout. That'll bring Barron Witcher, the designated hitter, to the plate. Now 2 outs, runners on first and second. Swing and a miss, strike one. Campbell's 5th strikeout of the afternoon. I'd like to make it number 6 right here. That one's fouled off over to the left side. So Witcher now down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wolverine runners take their lead. Swing and a miss, he struck him out, and once again, Cade Campbell gets out of the inning. So a couple of runners left for the Wolverines. We're going to the bottom half of the 5th. Still no score. We'll be back in a moment on the Bentonville Tiger Athletics YouTube channel.
It's a beautiful morning, Scotty, and we have an early game today.
That injured list, it's getting longer by the minute.
Not to mention, there's apparently a nasty virus sweeping through the locker room.
Yeah, but these players, they're in good hands.
All of them need to feel their best this season, Scotty.
Yes, they do, Jack, because this team is on track to win it all this year.
Every day, Mercy's team is ready to take care of yours, bringing you the care you need now. Find out all the ways to access Mercy at mercynow.net.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
Super fly, super good, shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh, ask your mama, she's impressed. Super fly, super calm, super mean, super nice, super clean. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, well, always so good, baby. So locked into the key on A. In my bag like I'm Frito-Lay, crispy golden creme brulee.
All right, we're back as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Still no score. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Wolverines. No runs, 1 hit for the Bentonville Tigers. No errors. And once again, Jonathan McClendon, the Wolverine pitcher, he comes back out here for the bottom of the fifth. And leading it off for the Bentonville Tigers will be number 15, Mason Island. Island, senior right fielder for the Bentonville Tigers. He'll stand in from the right side. And first pitch, Island, ball 1. Well, the Tigers have only had 1 hit today. They've left 2 on base. They'd be thrilled to get the leadoff on right here. Swing and a miss by Island. That one hit a spot, but the catcher had set up outside and just missed. And that'll move the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses inside. That'll move the count to 3-1. Getting to that time of day, there's some sun now. The clouds are starting to break. Into that time of day, sun plays right into the right fielder's eyes. Could become a factor here. Boy, Island took that. Looked like it was downstairs. Thought it was a good take, but the ump now is going to call that a strike, and that'll run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mason Island. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be it high and deep to center field. Ryder Robinson going back. He's underneath it, makes the catch. Great contact that time by Mason Island. That ran Robinson back to within a few feet of the warning track, but he gets back there quickly. And that's the first out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So that'll bring number 8, Connor Schmidt, the Bentonville left fielder. First pitch to Schmidt. Takes for ball 1. Schmidt popped out to the first baseman in foul territory last time up. But he's run the count now to 2-0. That breaking ball is going to get in there for a strike. Nice pitch by McClendon. Oh, and that one got Connor Schmidt. So the Bentonville Tigers are going to have a base runner, and anybody that has tuned in to Bentonville Tiger football knows number 8 has got some speed. number 8, can move on the base path. Got to see him play wide receiver for the Bentonville Tigers this past season as Adon Greth comes to the plate. And Greth's going to take first pitch for strike 1. Schmidt will take his lead down at first. Greth singled his first time up, and he's going to hit that one right at McClendon, over to short for 1, and the Wolverines get the twin killing, score it 1-6-3 on the double play, and that gets the Wolverines out of the inning. Well, we played 5. We're going to the top of the 6th. Still no score. We'll be back in a moment on the Bentonville Tiger Athletics YouTube channel.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
There's nothing like a great duo. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Link's Duos.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
All right, we're back with you as we go to the top of the 6th, and leading it off for the Wolverines will be the shortstop, the leadoff hitter, number 13, Jeremiah Jones. Jones, 0 for 2 on the afternoon, grounded out back in the top of the 1st, grounded out back in the top of the 3rd. Swing and a miss at the first pitch by Cade Campbell. That one misses, and that'll even things up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top of the 6th, this one's scheduled for 7. That was a breaking ball that looked like it was coming right at Jeremiah Jones, but at the last moment, broke enough that it didn't hit him, but inside for ball 2. About 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball that's going to be popped high into the air. Adon Greth going out into shallow right. And a good job by Don Greth to make the play right there for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. So next up for the Wolverines, number 5, Ryder Robinson, the center fielder. He's 0 for 2. And he's going to get a base hit down the right field line. Mason Island is going to get to it, but not before Ryder Robinson legs a double out of that one. So the Wolverines with a base runner here in the top of the 6th. And that's going to bring number 12, the catcher, Seth Brown, to the plate. Brown bats out of the 3-hole. 0 for 2 on the afternoon as Robinson takes his big lead down there at second. A breaking ball misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Cade Campbell did a great job last inning to get out of a little jam. As the Wolverines left 2 on base last inning, let's see what he can do right here. That one will be fouled back to the screen. On 1 ball, 1 strike. Campbell steps off. That one's going to miss downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike to Seth Brown. Last time up, grounded out to the shortstop. Struck out back in the top of the first. Now Campbell's run the count to 3-1. Nice pitch that time on the 3-1 to run the count to full. That one's going to be fouled out over the Wolverine dugout. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Campbell set to deliver the payoff pitch. And Brown fouls another one away. Seth Brown proving to be a tough out right here for Cade Campbell. As Ryder Robinson takes his lead down at second. And that one just misses. Tried to get a breaking ball in there. But now the Wolverines with runners on first and second with 1 out. Very similar situation to last inning. Campbell last inning was able to get out of a jam. And it looks like the Wolverines will bring in a courtesy runner. I believe that is number 24. Folks, I'll try to get you a name on that here in just a moment.
Zachary Zimmerman coming in to run for the Wolverines.
I think that is Zachary Zimmerman. Zachary Zimmerman coming in to courtesy run for the catcher, Seth Brown. That is the first walk issued this afternoon by Cade Campbell. And that'll bring number 1, Dylan Howard, to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Oh, nice breaking pitch that time by Cade Campbell, as he had Dylan Howard fooled right there. And it looks like the umpire asked Dylan Howard to remove something from his arm there, so we're set for play. Campbell checks the runner, delivers. Foul tip back to the screen, and quickly Dylan Howard down in the count, 0-2. Robinson at second. Zimmerman, the courtesy runner for Brown, at first. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes on Dylan Howard as Campbell looks in. Delivers on the 0-2. And a nice pitch, and Dylan Howard is having some words with the umpire right now. Did not like that call, but another strikeout for Cade Campbell.
Bentonville West, number 2, Jaden Wilson.
So, 2 outs now, as Jaden Wilson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Flew out last time to the center fielder, struck out his first time at bat. Runners take their leads. As Campbell looks in for the signal. And Campbell is going to turn but not throw. That one misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Campbell was able to get out of a jam back in the top of the 5th. And he's an out away from getting out of another one right here. Nice breaking pitch that time. Well, Campbell's looked really good delivering that breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners take their lead. Campbell checks the runner. And this time, Wilson's going to ask for time. He'll be granted it. He'll step out. And we'll reset on the 1-1 count. And that one will be fouled back to the screen. That'll move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a big pitch coming up right here by Cade Campbell. I expect to see that breaking ball right here. See if he can get 1 more of those in there. Here's the pitch. And tried that breaking ball right there, and credit Jaden Wilson was able to get a piece of it and stay alive. Things have gotten tense here at the Tiger Baseball Complex. It's been a real pitcher's duel as we get ready for the 1-2 pitch. Campbell sets. Delivers. That one misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robinson takes his lead at second. Now time's called as everybody will reset. Robinson takes his lead at second. Zimmerman takes his lead at first as Campbell looks in for the signal. On the 2-2. That breaking ball miss upstairs, and that'll run the count to full. And now the runners will get a start once Campbell begins to come to the plate. On the payoff pitch. And that is outside for ball 4. And now the Wolverines have the bases loaded with 2 outs. So it'll be Will Geiger, number 3, coming to the plate now for the Wolverines. He'll be the 6th batter to come to the plate for the Wolverines this inning. He singled his last time up, and now with 2 outs, he's got the bases loaded. His first pitch, Campbell's first pitch to Geiger upstairs, ball 1. Nowhere to put him right here. Campbell steps off. And that one's going to be fouled off over the Wolverine dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of feel the tension here at the Tiger Baseball Complex. Campbell's pitch there misses just outside. It'll run the count to 2-1. Three-one count. You got to think right here, Cade Campbell going to have to come to the batter. This may be a situation where you're going to have to throw him something and trust your defense out there. 3 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, 0-0 ball game. Campbell gets set to deliver. Here's the pitch. And great location right there. Caught the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runners will get a head start. Biggest pitch of the ball game. Campbell sets. Here's the payoff pitch. And he's going to hit it up the middle to Don Greth. Greth over to Troffoltz. And Cade Campbell gets out of the inning. Wow. Great play by Don Greth to come over and field it, make the good throw to Troffoltz. Scored 4-3 on the putout, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still no score. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Jack Links presents There's nothing like a great duo. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Links Duos.
And I'm gonna need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Okay, we welcome you back to the Tiger Baseball Complex. And folks, this has been a good one. Still no score. Wolverines, no runs on 4 hits, no errors. The Bentonville Tigers, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, and leading it off for the Tigers will be number 11, Connor Davis. Connor Davis going to foul the first pitch off by Jonathan McClendon. Davis 0 for 2 on the afternoon, struck out his first time up to bat, and back in the bottom of the 3rd, lined out to the pitcher. That one misses downstairs. Leaving things up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets a curveball in there for strike 2. 1-2 now. And that one's going to be hit up the middle. And that'll be the second base hit on the afternoon for the Bentonville Tigers. And Connor Davis gets a single, and the Tigers have a base runner. Nice piece of hitting on a 1-2 count by Connor Davis. And now to be Cade Troffholtz, the Bentonville first baseman. And Troffholtz, he's actually 2 walks on the afternoon. And he's got Davis. And Troffholtz going to lay down a bunt, and it's going to be missed. Connor Davis is in third, and Connor Davis turning the corner. Troffholtz is going to hold up at second base. That one got away from the first baseman, Will Geiger. Pretty good play by number 1, Dylan Howard, to fill the bunt, but a great bunt laid down by Cade Troffholtz. And now the Bentonville Tigers have something working here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Looks like they've credited Cade Troffholtz with an infield single on the bunt.
Attention please, fans. On the southeast track, in the southeast corner of the track and field parking lot, there is a white Dodge Ram blocking in people. If that is your car, you need to move it immediately. Also, there is a white Volkswagen blocking someone in, and we believe it is Ashley Mears' vehicle. So if those people are here, you need to move your vehicle immediately. Thank you.
Okay, so a little break in the action right here. Looks like Coach Thomas wanted to come out and have a conversation with his pitcher in the infield. So as we reset, it's going to be Will Carmichael coming to the plate with runners on second and third. Connor Davis takes his lead at third. That's Troffholtz. And Will Carmichael, he'll foul the first pitch back to the screen. By far the best opportunity today for the Bentonville Tigers to push in a couple of runs. And that was going to be hit out in right center field. It's going to be into the gap. That's going to score 2 as Will Carmichael turns the corner. He's headed for third. And Will Carmichael has knocked in the first 2 runs of the game, and they go to the Bentonville Tigers. So the Tigers take a 2-0 lead on a Will Carmichael triple.
Triple by Carmichael. Up next for the Tigers, number 20, Jax Truffle.
So the Bentonville Tigers with 3 base hits here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that's going to bring Jax Troffholtz to the plate. And McClendon's pitch almost gets away from Seth Brown, the Wolverine catcher. Folks, yeah, I can assure you it's 2-0 for the Tigers. Our score banner just needs to be updated, and I'll see if I can get to that here in just a moment. One ball, 1 strike. And that one misses inside. As Carmichael scores. And that makes it 3-0 Bentonville. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Jax Troffholtz. That'll be hit out of play. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Credit Troffholtz right here. Jack Troffholtz, that is. Run the count to full. That is a line shot out to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. And Jack Troffholtz getting involved in the offensive flurry here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jax will take his lead down at first. And let's see here. Looks like Coach Thomas, he's going to come out here, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Wolverines. We'll hold it right here till we see. And it looks like that will be number 8 coming in relief for the Wolverines, and that will end the day for Jonathan McClendon. Tell you what, pitched a really good game, but the Tigers were able to get to him here in the bottom of the 6th, but that young man deserves a big hand, did a great job. So it'll be number 8, Carson Eason, right-hander, coming in relief, Carson Eason. And while he's warming up, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Feature hot side, feature chill side. 2 flavors, 1 bag. New Jack Links Duos.
I feel good.
Super fly, super good, shoulda, coulda, knew I would. Super fly, super fresh, ask your mama, she's impressed. Super fly, super cold, super mean, super nice, super clean. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're always so good, baby. So locked in that the key gone, hey. In my belly, I'm Frito-Lay, crispy golden creme brulee, rare.
All right, we're back here at the Tiger Baseball Complex, where the Bentonville Tigers have erupted here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4 straight base hits, and Bentonville has taken a 3-0 lead. 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 error by the Wolverines. And now it will be Carson Eason. He'll come on in relief. Can't close the books quite yet on Jonathan McClendon. The runner at first is still his responsibility. But when we resume play, the Bentonville Tigers are going to have a 3-0 lead with nobody out. Bentonville with a 3-2 conference record. Well, they'd like to sweep the Wolverines this afternoon and run that record to 4-2. Wolverines trying to get to 500. They'd left nothing more than a split with the Bentonville Tigers. As Trace Peterson now comes to the plate, he'll stand in from the left side. Jack Troffholtz takes his lead. Eason gets set, working from the stretch. Swing and a miss by Trace. So Peterson has flown out to center field both times up to bat today. He's 0 for 2. Two pitches, 2 swing and miss, and he's down in the count quickly, 0-2. Troffholtz takes a pretty big lead down at first. And that one's going to be hit over to the right side. It's going to get through the gap. Troffholtz, he's going to go for third. Peterson will hold up at first, and now the Bentonville Tigers have runners at the corners with nobody out. Tell you, nice piece of hitting right that time by Trace Peterson. on an 0-2 count. I think Eason may have made a mistake right there by throwing something in the zone on the 0-2. But credit Trace Peterson took advantage, and now Cole Kelly, number 41, will come into courtesy run for Trace Peterson. 5 straight base hits for the Bentonville Tigers, as Cade Campbell steps in to the right side of the batter's box. And Campbell gets hold of that. He's going to drive that out towards center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to score Jack Stroffholtz. That'll move Cole Kelly now, the courtesy runner. That'll move him to third. And Cade Campbell finds himself on first base. So once again, Bentonville Tigers with runners at the corners, and they take a 4-0 lead. So after 5 innings of 1 hit and no runs, the Bentonville Tigers offense has exploded. Mason Island now. He'll try to keep the hit parade going right here. He'll be the 7th batter in the inning now for Bentonville. Runner goes, and Campbell is going to slide in safely. Throw was a little high, but I don't think they would have gotten Campbell even if the throw would have been there. So now the Tigers with runners on second, third, and got a 1-1 count to Mason Island. He'll watch that pitch for strike 2. Island 0 for 2 on the afternoon, grounded out back in the 2nd inning, flew out to center field last inning. Swing and a miss, gets away, and the catcher's going to have to throw down to first, and he does. That'll complete the strikeout of Mason Island.
Next for the Tigers, number 8, Conrad Schmidt.
So that is the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Conrad Schmidt, who was hit by a pitch last time at bat, he'll step up to the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. A lot of room out at right field if Schmidt could take it the opposite direction. That one's going to miss outside, ball 1. The Bentonville Tigers have kind of opened this one up in the late going. Cade Campbell takes his lead at second. Cole Kelly takes his lead at third base right there. Two balls, no strikes to Conrad Schmidt. Strike 1. Carson Eason now on in relief. 2 base runners now his responsibility. Breaking ball misses outside, and that'll run the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Adon Greth on deck. That one upstairs, Conrad Schmidt draws a walk, and the bases are loaded for the Bentonville Tigers.
Number 19, Adon Greth.
So Greth hit into a double play last time at bat. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Hit a single back earlier in the bottom of the 3rd, but now he's got the bases loaded, and he has the opportunity to do some real damage here. He'll let that first pitch go by for called strike one. Cole Kelly on third. Cade Campbell on second. Conrad Schmidt, takes his lead at first. And Eason now steps off. Oh, I see what's happened. We've got, I think, the softball team. I think it's Bentonville West, right next to us over on the softball field, and the softball foul ball flew over onto the baseball field. Okay, we'll reset here on the 0-1 count. And that one's going to miss outside, and that'll even things up at one apiece. Greth's going to hit that one over to the right side, and he'll be thrown out at first base. Chase Wilder throws over to Will Geiger. 4-3 on the putout. Runners move to second, third. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th. So that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, number 11, Connor Davis, who started this inning. So the Tigers have batted around here in the bottom of the 6th. Connor Davis, started this thing off with a single right up the middle last time at bat. He'll see if he can keep it going for Bentonville. That one's fouled off over the left side. Hey, forgot to mention, Don Greth gets the RBI as Cole Kelly comes in to score, makes it 5-0 Tigers. That one misses upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Connor Davis. Cade Troffolt's on deck if Davis reaches. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Davis is going to line that one out into left field. That'll score Cade Campbell, and it'll score Conrad Schmidt. So the Tigers pick up 2 more runs on a line single to left field by Connor Davis, his 2nd hit in the inning.
Up next for the Tigers, number 14, Cade Troffoltz.
So once again, Cade Troffoltz will come up again in this inning. He laid down a nice bunt his last time at bat. Infield single, credited to him for that. And he's got Connor Davis at first. That ball is hit high into the air. Looks like the second baseman, that's Chase Wilder underneath it. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to end the 6th inning. Well, folks, we're going to go to the top of the 7th. The Tigers up 7-0. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they've weathered every storm for over 30 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
You've been on the edge of your seat. Now, take a breath and imagine yourself at Woodhouse Spa, Northwest Arkansas's first true luxury spa. From our Himalayan salt room to signature facials, infrared sauna, and rejuvenating body treatments, each is designed with one goal in mind: exceptional care. Join us as we turn game day stress into deep relaxation. Woodhouse Spa, your time out for the soul.
Okay, we welcome you back here to the Tiger Baseball Complex, where we are going to the top of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher coming on in relief of Cade Campbell. That is number 18, Alec Greth. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's the brother of Adon Greth, the Bentonville second baseman. Alec Greth coming on in relief of Cade Campbell, and the Tigers in a great position, up 7-0. And that last inning, the Tigers picked up 7 runs on 6 hits, left 1 on base. And Alec Greth now will come on to try to close this one out. Okay, leading it off for the Wolverines is going to be the second baseman, number 4, Chase Wilder. Greth will work from the windup. First pitch to Wilder. Nice pitch that time. Good location by Alec Greth for strike 1. That one's going to be fouled off over into 18th Street. Quickly, Greth working ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's going to be lined out into center field. Carmichael will come over. But the Wolverines start off the bottom of the 7th with a leadoff single.
Up next for West, number 16, Kaysen Gill.
So Kaysen Gill now, he'll come to the plate, stand in from the right side, as Chase Wilder will take his lead down at first. Greth checks the runner. Now working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch by Alec Greth. Greth will throw over. Well, Chase Wilder's got a lot of speed down there. I wouldn't expect the Wolverines to run right here. They need base runners. And that is a base hit out into shallow left. And 2 singles here to start the bottom of the 7th.
Bentonville West, number 20, Baron Witcher.
And that'll bring Baron Witcher to the plate. So a couple of singles to start off the bottom of the 7th. And the Wolverines need base runners. The Bentonville Tigers, they need outs. So Witcher now, the designated hitter, he'll stand in from the left side, awaiting the pitch of Alec Greth. Nice location that time by Alec Greth. Paints the corner, starts out 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Job of Trace Peterson right there to get to that ball before the runners advanced. So keeps the double play in order. No balls, 2 strikes to Baron Witcher. That one's hit up the middle. That could be 2. Nice job, Cade Campbell to Trough-Holtz. A twin killing, and the Bentonville Tigers are now 1 out away from winning the series. Score it 6-3 on the double play, and that'll bring Jeremiah Jones. He'll represent the Wolverines' last hope. First pitch to Jones, strike 1. Jones going to hit that one, and that one is going to go just foul. Now Wilder did advance to third, so Chase Wilder 90 feet away from scoring the Wolverines' first run of the ball game. But now 2 strikes to Jeremiah Jones. And Alec Greth going to see if he can close it out right here. Here's the pitch. That one downstairs just misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Greth working from the windup. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit over the right side. That is fielded by Adon Greth over to Trough-Holtz, and the Bentonville Tigers have swept the Bentonville West Wolverines by a final score of 7-0. Well, the team's now coming across to shake hands. But a good week for the Bentonville Tiger baseball team as they move their conference record to 4 wins to 2 losses. The Wolverines will drop to 2-4 in conference play. Well, folks, your final line score for the Wolverines, no runs on 6 hits, 1 error in the ballgame. And your Bentonville Tigers, 7 runs on 7 hits, no errors. And the Bentonville Tigers take this one 7-0. Well, folks, it's been fun. We are so glad you joined us this afternoon. And later on, we've got spring break next week, but later on this spring, we're going to bring you some more baseball action. We've got some softball action coming up after spring break, and we will continue to broadcast. We've got some of our soccer games scheduled, so an exciting spring for Bentonville Tiger Athletics, and we couldn't be more excited to bring you Bentonville Tiger Athletics. Well, that's going to do it. So long, everyone. Have a good evening.